What advice would you have for other, mothers who are juggling a demanding career and a family?
I'm going to start off from the position of leadership when you can make change, how important it is, because I think it's really, I hear people say, you leave your family and your life at home, and when you come into work, you need to concentrate on work. I'm of the outlook that a human being or a person is life and work. And just because you're there, let's say in a job 9 to 5, doesn't mean that all of the other stresses and the pressures that happen with your children and your husbands and your sick parents, whatever, doesn't influence what you're doing in the office, right? And it could even be distracting you because you're worried and trying to do something. And so instead of saying, how do you sort of keep these things really separate? How do you try to be a more empathetic leader or someone who's aware of what's happening and try to have flexibility in a schedule so that if you can do what you need to do as a human in life, then I think that translates into you doing what you need to do as a human in work much better. And one of the examples was, so as I said, I had my oldest daughter when I was finishing my dissertation. I was in a very new job. It was a very structured, strict job. And I tell you, everyone has their kindergarten activities at 11 o'clock in the afternoon or at 1 o'clock. And for a working mother, if you're living far away from your daycare, going back and forth, those things are very difficult things to do. And my husband was a busy person at that time because he was training as well. And our daughter was the only one probably in kindergarten that had many occasions when there was no parent, because it's not because we didn't want to, but it was because we couldn't make it. And in that moment when I was supposed to be there, my heart was breaking at work because I couldn't be there, right? And at that moment, I think what I thought is if I ever had an opportunity to make a difference or was in a position where I could influence how my team or people that worked with were behaving at work, that we would look at how we could introduce flexibility so that not just women, but also men could be there for some of these occasions. And if some of the men could take time off and go for one of these occasions or these child activities, then the women don't have to make that choice every single time. That we get to share this and really be there for our children's and tag team and do it. And so I think it wasn't easy, but I think you do the best you can, and then you make the changes that you want to see whenever the opportunity comes up.